The woman in the walls warned us to leave. True, new house. Horror story. This story was sent in by Rachel, a mother of two from Oregon. She says, "We'd been renting for years, saving up for a place we could finally call our own. When we found the house on Brookfield Lane, it felt perfect, affordable, quiet, just outside the city. We thought it was a fresh start. Turns out the house had other plans. It was a 2-story house built in the 70s. Old wood floors, pale blue walls, and that faint, closed-up smell when we first stepped in. The realtor said the previous owner had moved out suddenly, left a lot of furniture behind. She laughed when I asked why. People get restless, she said. Sometimes a place just doesn't feel like home. We should have taken that as a warning. From day one, things felt off. The house never seemed warm, even when the heater ran all night. The upstairs hallway always smelled faintly of bleach, no matter how much we aired it out. And every morning the same thing happened. Our living room curtains would be open. We kept closing them every night before bed. But they were always open by sunrise. Just slightly, like someone had been peeking out. I thought it was my husband Jason, maybe checking for raccoons. But when I asked, he said he thought I was doing it. Then came the noises. A low tapping sound like knuckles against wood, always coming from the same spot, the wall behind the couch. At first we blamed the pipes, then mice. But pest control didn't find anything. A week later, our daughter, Lily, said something that froze me. "Mommy, the lady in the wall says we're too loud." Jason and I laughed nervously, the way parents do when kids say something creepy. But Lily wasn't smiling. She said this was her house. That night, around 2 a.m., the baby monitor in our younger son's room crackled. I heard faint whispering, like two people talking softly. Then, 3 knocks. Slow, deliberate. When I checked, both kids were asleep. The next morning, Jason found something carved faintly into the wooden banister near the stairs. It said, "Still here." We sanded it off, painted over it, pretended we didn't see it. 2 nights later, I woke up to the sound of footsteps creaking through the hallway. Slow, heavy like someone pacing. Jason wasn't in bed. I grabbed my flashlight and stepped out. He was standing in Lily's doorway, pale as a ghost. "Did you hear that?" he whispered. We both listened. There it was again, in the faint tapping on the living room wall. Then something else. A single bang, loud enough to make the picture frames rattle. Jason ran downstairs, thinking maybe someone had broken in. He turned on every light, nothing, no doors open, no windows broken. But then, in the middle of the living room floor, lay one of Lily's dolls, standing upright, perfectly balanced, its face pressed toward the wall. And the wall, where the tapping came from, now had 3 small handprints on it, grayish, like ash. We left that night and stayed at a hotel. The next morning, when we went back to grab a few things, something felt different. The smell of bleach was stronger, and every cabinet door in the kitchen was wide open. We called the realtor, told her everything. She hesitated, then sighed. "I shouldn't be telling you this," she said, "but the last owner, an older woman, refused to sell for years. She died right there in the living room. Heart attack. Her daughter said she used to stand at the window every night saying she was keeping an eye on things. Rachel says they sold the house. A month later, it said, at a loss. The new family moved in last summer. A few weeks ago, Rachel got a letter in the mail addressed to current resident Brookfield Lane. No return address. Inside was a single note written in shaky handwriting. She doesn't like when people move her furniture.